Good day, Internet people.
Hello.
We've got an unboxing for you today. It's the Featured Clan Gold Paladin start deck thing. And yeah, this is like a £6.99 budget deck for people who have no money like us. And we're going to have a little look and see if it's any better than the Gear Chronicle one. Here's a hint. It is. Right, so we've got this attractive, nice yellow and blue box. And it tells you a little bit on the back about what you get inside and who the Gold Paladins are and all of that jazz. Because if you don't already know, well, you're on the wrong channel probably, but yeah, so let's get in and have a look. Now, I don't know what the lore is for any of these characters. You'll have to check out the wiki for all that sort of business. But here we go. Look, you get a playmat and your standard little starter's guide. That's the kind of like the bare minimum you get in every trial deck ever. So it's basically a trial deck. And here we have the deck itself. So got a nice little slip thing like that. That's pretty old school because they don't normally come in those these days. And let's have a look without further ado. I'll zoom in. So you get a stride, golden dragon, ray breath dragon, and one of these is a hollow as well, which is pretty cool. This is a fairly simple stride. It's just got the continuous unite ability, so it gets plus 5k when you activate unite, and all rear guards in the front row get plus 2000. Basically, for unite, you just activate that skill by calling 2 units to your Vanguard circle, not Vanguard circle, rear guard circle or guardian circle during your turn or your opponent's turn. So it's pretty cool. It's really easy to fulfill, especially in a deck like this. And yeah, so you know, not a bad stride really. It's not the kind of ultimate finisher Gold Paladin's asking for, but it's never going to be in a deck like this. But I think that's quite a nice little card. So you get one hollow, one non-hollow. And then we get this reprint with alternative artwork of Sunrise Ray Knight Gurgwit. So this is the first time he's been available outside of a booster set. And I must say, I actually do prefer this artwork. I think it's quite nice. So again, you'll get 2 of them in the deck, one hollow, one non-hollow. If you don't know what Gurgwit does already, it's GB2, Cat Blast 1, Soul Blast 1. At the beginning of the guard step of the battle this unit was attacked, you may pay the cost. If you do, look up 4 cards from the top of the deck, search for up to 1 card from among them, call it to the Guardian Circle at rest, and shuffle your deck. You can use that to search out maybe a 10k shield, or if you're lucky, a perfect guard, which is pretty cool, as long as the perfect guard says it works generally and not specifically from the hand like the modern G guards do. So you've got to be a little bit aware of that. His other skill is auto counterblast 1 during your turn. When your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at 4 cards from the top of the deck, search for up to 1 card from among them, call it to rear guard, shuffle your deck, and that unit gets plus 2 until the end of turn. So there's half of your unite skill going on straight away as soon as you do that skill, which is pretty nice. So that's that. Then you've got Divinity Lancer Dragon. He's an 11k grade 3 that gets plus 3 when it attacks a Vanguard when it's in unite. So it becomes a 14k attacker. You know, that's not too bad, I suppose. You stick a 7k behind and you're still hitting good numbers, so yeah, that's fair enough. And it doesn't require Generation Break, interestingly, even though it does have the keyword skill. So in that regard, quite useful early game, or if your opponent's holding you off from striding. They get 4 of those, and then you get Blade Cross Lion, so this will be a 2 of. He's got GB1, when his unit attacks a Vanguard, he gets plus 6 till the end of that battle. And Counterblast 2, when he's placed on the Vanguard, he may pay the cost. Look at 4 cards from the top of the deck, search for up to 1 card among them, call it to rear guard, put the rest on the bottom in any order. So it's a fairly standard kind of card there. I mean, back in the early days, that would have been a really, really good card. But nowadays, especially being a 10k, it's not really one you want to ride. You'll probably end up ditching this for stride half the time. And yeah, you get 2 of those. Then we've got this 10k vanilla grade 2. I don't know if this is one that's already existed or whether it's an alternative art or what. It might be a new one. So that's Knight of Dawnlight Iago. If that is a new one, that is a hell of a lot of 10ks that Gold Paladins have access to right now.
Yeah, we could go and have a look too.
That's true. A lot of them do, I suppose. But either way. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then you've got a grade 2, Holy Mage Elio, or Elio. Choose Counterblast 1 from the rear guard and put it into the soul. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, pay the cost. If you do, look at 3 cards from the top of the deck, search for up to 1 card from among them, call it to an open rear guard, put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. So that's a nice one. It's got a good kind of on-hit skill, it's quite cheap, and it's pretty powerful as well. So yeah, that's worth running, isn't it? Quite a good card, especially for a start deck. Then we've got Grade 2 Knight of New Sun Catullus. This has got Unite, and under the Unite conditions he gets plus 3k, so he becomes a 12k when he's in Unite. So that's pretty cool, because obviously that works in your opponent's turn as well. If you've put 2 things in the Guardian Circle, you can make this guy into a 12k, so he's a bit harder for their rear guards to pop off. So against clans that have lots of like smaller attacks coming at you, that's pretty useful. 2 of those. And then you've got Knight of Evening Glow Capoir. That's the 15k intercept. Basically on GB1 you can intercept, and it just gets the extra plus 10, which is pretty nice indeed. So you get 1, 2 of those. Into the grade 1 lineup there's a new 8k. Knight of Morning Shadow Kimarcus. So not much to say about those. It'll be 4 of that. And then there's a grade 1 Knight of Red Day Rune, or Runo even. He's got GB1. When this unit boosts a unit with the Unite ability, the boosted unit gets plus 2 until the end of that battle. So again, pretty cool. 9k booster for anything with Unite on GB1. Pretty cool. And this is a really nice inclusion in this deck. This is something we haven't seen in any start decks or trial decks yet. This is your Stride Fodder card, which helps you search out your main grade 3 from the deck, and you can ditch it for Stride instead of having to pay the cost of something which is like a grade 3 or a grade 1 and a grade 2. You can just literally ditch one of these to pay for your Stride cost, which is a really, really nice inclusion, especially considering they've put 4 in the deck for you. So if you want to build a Gold Paladin deck, this is really worth picking up just for those. Next up we've got Holy Mage Candice, who is the perfect guard for the set. Unlike the other start deck and trial decks, you do only get 2 of these. So if you want to make a Gergwit deck, you probably want to pick up 2 decks again, just so you get the 4 Gergwit and the 4 perfs. But yeah, again, this particular guard doesn't require it to be placed from the hand, so Gergwit's GB2 skill does work with this card. So probably the one you probably want to run, actually. Probably. Then we've got grade 1 Kresgul. When this unit is placed, choose one of your other rear guards, or units even, so it can be a Vanguard as well, and it gets plus 2 until the end of turn. So you call that for the Unite skill and you throw some more numbers around. It's only a 6k, so it's not great after the turn you've called it, but it might just give you the edge quickly. However, you'll probably replace that pretty soon, so there's 3 of those. And then you've got your starter, Knight of Early Dawn Coel, who's got GB1 Unite. Put this unit into the soul, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, search for up to 1 card from among them, call it to rear guard, shuffle your deck, and that unit gets plus 2 until the end of turn. So that's pretty nice. You just get rid of your starter and get yourself something more useful, basically. Pretty cool. And into the trigger lineup, there's the critical trigger, Rustless Knight of Speed Attack. So you get 1, 2 of those. Discerning Appraiser Donnelly, a standard draw trigger. So you get 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a stand trigger, Imperative Owl. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a hill trigger called Curable Angel. That's very cute, actually. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you've got the reprint with alternative artwork, Flame of Victory. This is a classic critical trigger for Gold Paladin. Put him into the soul, choose a Gold Paladin, and give it plus 3. So, always a good card. People generally run this in their Gold Paladin decks even today. So, that's pretty cool inclusion. So, you get 1, 2 of those. And finally, you've got a nice, attractive clan card here. In fact, that's not the final card. There is actually... Oh, there is a promo at the bottom. I'll come to that last. So yeah, you got this clan card. So you got Gold Paladin, you got a nice picture of Gergwit there, and the Gold Paladin logo there. So I didn't expect to see this, but it turns out you actually do get the promo, like in the Japanese one. It's just not in a separate pack. So you get this, it's a reprint from the Fighters collection, I think it's the first Stride Fighters collection, Golden Dragon, Scourge Point Dragon. So now it's a promo, it's not a holo card, but it's got, when your unit is placed on the rear guard from the deck, that unit and this unit get plus 5,000 until the end of turn. Again, specifically from the deck, so you can use your starter skill to superior call something from the deck, give it plus 2, then this unit and that unit would get another plus 5. So you can start powering up quite easily with this card, so that's pretty cool. So overall, you get 3 Stride units in the box, 2 Gurgwits, a full set of drop for Strides, 2 Perfect Guards. It's a pretty solid deck.
It sounds like it would be quite an aggressive way to play it too.
Yeah, it's very much about getting numbers and just getting the full field and getting in and attacking, really. Plus you've got that 9k booster for anything with Unite. So that seems to me, I'd say this is a much, much stronger deck than the Gear Chronicle start deck. Having said that, we are going to face them off against each other for you, and we will see which one comes out on top. So look out for those videos. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing. Post down below with what you think of this deck, and are there any clans in particular you'd like to see a start deck to come out for, or a trial deck, or a legend deck. Post down below what you want from future deck releases, and we'll get your comments read out at some point, probably one of our Q&A videos. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye, Internet people.
Bye.